So I've had a lot of ivermectin questions, or Duramectin. That's just the brand name now. And this one here is Bimectin. The most important part is the 1.87%, okay? This is a horse paste. 1.87%, okay? Now, a lot of people are asking me about dosages. Like, listen. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy from the UP of Michigan. And I went without any advice for a long time from a doctor besides get every vax that you can to keep you safe. Well, I just didn't feel right about that. I think God made my blood the way it should be, and I think it would be an insult to God if I tried to change that formula. That's just my opinion. Now, with dosages, this Duramectin is a white paste, okay? I'm going to tell you something. I put it in a capsule, and I swallow the capsule just because it doesn't taste very good. But really, like vitamin B, if you take too much of that, it gets pooped out or peed out of your system. If you take too much ivermectin, if there is such thing as too much, which I'm sure if you drank a gallon of this stuff, you probably have a side effect. There are no side effects from ivermectin. There's no documented side effects. Now, people say, geez, I feel this way and I feel this way after taking ivermectin. Well, the thing is, when you take ivermectin, it's a dewormer. Okay, it's anti-parasite. Okay, it's not just worms, it's other parasites too. It kills the parasites. The parasites are not happy about this. And when they die, your system has to flush out the dead parasites, and the parasites. Well, every day everybody has parasites. If you eat seafood at one time, if you have pets, cats, dogs, if you're on a farm, if you've ever came in contact, everybody has parasites. It is just the amount of parasites that you might have. Now, if you're older, like me, I'm in my mid-50s, and I've collected parasites my whole life. I started taking this about 3-4 years ago, right after the 2020 COVID scare, and I noticed some really good benefits of taking it. I feel a lot better. I got a lot more energy, and it seems like I can just think clearly. Now, that's just, things might change with you, but the thing is, that's how I feel. But people, since my last video, and I gotta say, 1.6 million views, people are very interested in a healthy way to cure and help cure cancer, MS, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's even, okay? There's a doctor in Florida, a pathologist there. He said that out of the thousands of patients that he carefully dissected their brains, out of 45 years, he said that 100% of them that died of Alzheimer's or Parkinson's had parasites in them. Anyways, I think we've been thinking about this, we've been looking at this wrong, okay? But I will say this. You won't have a side effect from the ivermectin. You're just going to feel maybe a little bit icky when all these parasites die and your system is working overtime to flush them. Because the thing is, you might have, without taking this, you might have one or two that die, and the system you don't even notice it. But when you kill all of them and you start killing all of them, parasites don't like that. They raise hell in your body. And the thing is, you might feel like you got chills, or you might feel like you're coming down with a flu a little bit. It's actually working. Okay, that's just my experience. All my friends, and I've had several friends that cured their cancer with this stuff here. I'm making no medical claims here. I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes, like you should always say, so you don't get your ass sued. But the thing is, I've been taking this for a long time. Let's get to the dosages. The dosage is whatever you feel comfortable with. Pencil eraser is about that much. Okay, it doesn't taste good. It tastes, yeah. Anyways, but I take more than that. I take probably about 4 or 5 times that. So, so that's a good, probably 1/10 of a tube. Now, that's the white stuff, the Duramectin. The Bimectin is kind of prettier. And it comes in a tube like this compared to this. Okay, now this, you can almost get into a capsule. This one, it's the apple flavored stuff. Yeah. apple flavored. It doesn't taste much better. But anyways, it comes out as a paste, a yellow gel, and I put it in a syringe so I can get it inside those smaller capsules, okay? Anyways, that's what this looks like, okay? It's a little gel, okay? So, that doesn't taste like apple. I mean, you can taste a hint of the apples, but that's why you put it in gel, but it's not terrible. If you don't have a gel, you know, you can put it on a cracker, you can, whatever you want to do, you know. But the thing is, there's no side effects to ivermectin that I have seen, or that all my dozens of friends that take it, or hundreds of friends that take it. But there's a thing called herxing, okay? Herxing is a word they use for when the parasites are dead and they're in your bloodstream and it goes into your bowels and whatnot, you're going to find yourself pooping a lot more. You're going to find yourself maybe with diarrhea, drink a lot of water, electrolytes. You're going to notice a change in your body, and it's going to be like, oh, I don't feel very good. When I took it, I was tired for a while, okay? And the thing is, it took like 2-3 days. I was just drowsy, not like I was sleeping all the time. But when those parasites die, they're going to let you know. They don't want to leave. They don't. They're, you know, it's kind of like the deep state. You know what I mean? All the good cells are trying to eradicate everything that's bad, and it's infected. It's everywhere in your body. And when they die, they raise a little hell with you, okay? And it's not going to feel really all that good. Some people, you don't feel it at all. Some people, a couple days. Some people for weeks. You know, it's maybe your joints are a little bit stiff or whatnot, you know. But the thing is, stick with it, okay? It's going to get better, and that's called herxing. Look that up, okay? It's interesting. The most parasites in your body, as far as organs, are where? You think in the liver? You think maybe in your stomach or whatever? No, it's your eyes. There's more parasites in your eyes per capita of space than there is in your whole body. So it actually helps your vision, helps you retain your vision. That's what I've seen before. And so what I'm saying, people, is there's no real clear like dosage. Okay, there's suggested dosages here and there on the internet, but the thing is, you can't really overdose on this. You can't. So the thing is, just take what you think. Start out small with a drop or two. I mean, that's what I did. A pencil eraser or two, and see what happens. And gradually take more. I take a big old capsule every day before I go to bed, every night. And then for about 2 weeks, and then I take a week off. And sometimes I forget, and it's 2 weeks off. It doesn't matter, okay? And the thing is, you're not going to have a medical doctor tell you, well, this is good stuff, and this is what I'm going to prescribe you. You're just not going to. These medical doctors, they get their license taken away, or at least threatened to be taken away, if they prescribe you something that costs $6 rather than $5,000. You know what I'm talking about there? Okay? And chemotherapy is a very, very, very lucrative business. The doctors make a lot of money on that. Pfizer, out of 175 years they've been in business, long time, they've never came up with one cure. This stuff, there's no patent on it anymore, and it's absolutely, as far as I'm concerned, a wonderful thing. And people are starting to see benefits all over with this for a lot of different diseases. I know it's a long video. If you got any more questions, I'll hit you up with another video here in about 3-4 days. Put them in the comments, and I'll be returning all your messages and whatnot as much as possible. And wow, I never realized how many people feel like me about this stuff.